You always wanted to know the difference between KochChemie Protector Wax or KochChemie Hydrofoam Sealant? Well, stick around and see what this video is all about. Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan. This is Fine Detailing. Thank you so much for joining. We have a super exciting episode today. We are going to get into KochChemie S0.03 and KochChemie Protector Wax. We're going to cover the differences in them, how they apply differently, and then I'm going to show you what they look like applied and show you kind of the end hydrophobics. I have an unprotected car, so that'll be really good to show you the differences. But stick around to the end, guys. I'm going to give these bottles away. We'll either do one or two winners. Couple caveats to enter. You must like the video, you must be subscribed to the channel, and then comment down below the secret word, which you'll see at the end of the video. We are gonna cover two of the big boys in the KochChemie line in terms of their spray-on rinse-off protection. We have Protector Wax, which has been around for several years now, and then we have the S0.03 Hydrofoam Sealant, which is relatively newer. I think it's about a year on the market. So if this is your first time into the world of sealants or spray-on rinse-off sealants, all it is we add a little bit to a preferred method of application, whether you want to spray it on, let it dwell for a second on the car, and then you're going to rinse it off, and then it should give you some protection, some minimal protection with most spray-on rinse-off sealants. Some of them make wild claims and say 6 months to a year. I typically see 4 to 6 weeks with any sort of spray-on rinse-off sealant. I don't care what brand it is, that's just what it lasts in the real world. So I made a video, I think about 10 or 12 months ago at the time of publishing this new video on S0.03. I applied it to a customer truck, showed that, and I had a lot of questions in the comments about, well, what's the difference between S0.03 and Protector Wax, right? Which is better? Which should I use? So I thought, you know, it'd be a good idea to make a video on both of these and kind of just show you the differences, talk about the dilutions, talk about the value a little bit. So I won't bore you too much with the numbers, but I do want to go over kind of the subtle differences between them and then the best application methods to apply these. So you see a few different options. You see foam cannons, you see a foaming pump sprayer, you see a pump sprayer, and then you see just a traditional spray bottle. So what I like about these products is that they're super versatile and you can apply them in a multitude of different ways. Now, we'll get into some of the weeds and then we'll jump into the video and I'll show you what that looks like. Most people like to apply these products in the foam cannon. The problem is the dilutions that they give you, you know, some of them talk about like end dilutions. So for those that don't know, when you put, let's say 1 to 10 in a foam cannon, the rule of thumb is that it multiplies it by roughly 10x. So if you do 1 to 10 in your foam cannon, your end dilution is more like 1 to 100. So that's just something you have to think about. But what that means is you have to use more product when you're using it in the foam cannon because it has more water going through it, so it's more diluted. The best way to apply these products, in my opinion, is actually through not using the foam cannon is through like a manual method like this. So you can use either a spray bottle, you can use, this is the IKE Foam Pro 2, this is just the alkaline top. You can foam it this way, or this is just like the Marilex like pump sprayer. This way, when you are following their dilutions, you can actually be true to what they're asking for, right? So dilutions on the S0.03 are 1 to 50 to 1 to 150, so very highly dilutable product. And then Protector Wax, you can actually spray this undiluted, is what it calls for, or up to 1 to 2. So definitely more concentrated. It does say in the foam cannon, your end dilution, you should target 1 to 200 or 1 to 500. So you'll have to do that math yourself. Those are really easy, which I'll show you in the video of how I applied them via this method and then how I just sprayed the Protector Wax in the video. So you'll see that. I did reach out to a member of the KochChemie USA team just to ask them what their preferred methods were in the foam cannon, or I should say rather their dilutions. And this is what I got. So basically, on average, you would do about 1.1 ounces of Protector Wax in a foam cannon and 0.66 of S0.03, but you could also just round it. You could just say 0.08 of S0.03 in the foam cannon, and that means like a full cannon. So you can take that for what it is. All foam cannons are different. I think that's probably why they don't put the actual, you know, suggested dilutions in a foam cannon, because every one of them is different. So guys, we're gonna get into the video and I'm gonna show you how they all apply, and I'm gonna show you in the foam cannon, the spray bottle, and the pump foamer. I didn't show it in this one. All right guys, a little POV for you today, doing a little bit differently. We're gonna show you the differences between S0.03 and Protector Wax. Check this out. So we have our S0.03. I'm going to show you in a few different dilutions. We have Protector Wax here, and then I'm going to show you different ways to apply it. So we are going to start with S0.03. So I have this in here. This is at 1 to 50. Let me show you what the panels look like ahead of time. Pretty flat, would we agree? So we'll let this sit. I don't know, that's probably way too much, but we'll let it sit for a minute. Not actually a minute, but just a little bit of time here. And let's see how it does. So, more of a fast sheeter when we do it that way. See that? More of a fast sheeter. The next panel we are going to show to you as a foamer. Pretty flat, eh? Okay. So this is just the same mixture. So that is the same mixture I just dumped from the spray bottle, so it's exactly 1 to 50. So that's a true dilution. So again, it says, it's not very clear on the S0.03, it just says allowed to dwell for a brief time. So, I don't know, give it a few seconds. I guess typically what I do is if I foam the car, I'll do the whole car and come back and rinse. So we'll give this a little bit more time to see how it does as a foam. All right. So again, more of a fast sheeter, though the hydrophobics seem to improve once you give it a little more time. But yeah, you can see more of a fast sheeter there. All right, let's try the protector wax. So you can see this section's kind of slow to sheet, so we'll see if we can improve that. But it is on a different panel, so keep that in mind. Do half the hood here. Okay. So this does say, let's see. Apply undiluted. Wow, noticeably better on the protector wax. Yeah, noticeably better. Let's check this panel again. Kind of a slow sheeter there. But again, maybe a slow sheeter is what you want, right? That doesn't create beads, right? So less chance of water spots. So food for thought there. Let's see how they do in the foam cannon. All right, so you can see that panel's kind of flooded there. Okay, this is S0.03 in the cannon. All right, so we're gonna let that dwell, and then I'm actually gonna spray on the protector wax. Kind of immediately. Can you hear that? Protector wax definitely has like a sizzle to it. So sheet, and then it's kind of like sheeting water faster. So that is interesting, right? If you sheet water, you're not going to leave behind any water spots in a rainstorm. All right, here's protector wax coming off. Similar kind of a fast sheeter. So that's what it was with nothing there. So you can see side by side how much faster the left side sheds water. So S0.03 is much slower to shed, but it's shedding nonetheless. So that's interesting. Okay guys, there you have it. You saw the results. Now I know a lot of you are probably going to say, well, S0.03 underperformed. It like slowly sheeted while protector wax worked really good. It beat it off really quickly. Maybe in some areas it just sheeted faster. So a couple things to consider. S0.03, I'll put the prices up on the screen. By the way, I didn't memorize them. They are up there, but again, they're very highly dilutable versus some other ready-to-use products like a Geon Wet Coat or a DIY Quick Beads. Those are ready to use and they're relatively pricey. These are both, they can be diluted. S0.03, as you saw, was a quick sheeter, right? Meaning like most hydrophobic protection that we spray on, we're excited, we get ready to see those beads on the surface. Now, it looks good, but in theory, maybe it's not so good, right? If you had a rainstorm, or we had a really big monsoon at the time of filming this, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, we had a really big monsoon with a lot of dirt and dust and then rain, and so we had these dirty rain drops that fell down. So now if your car is ceramic coated, in theory, you're gonna have all those dirty water drops on the surface. So maybe sheeting products aren't actually that bad, and maybe some people prefer the sheeting products. So something to consider there. I think it performed equally as well in a spray bottle as it did as like a pump foamer. So if I'm doing this, like when I'm doing it professionally, I'm not wasting my time. I'm either gonna throw it in the foam cannon or I'm gonna throw it in a big pump sprayer like this. I'll probably do half the car and rinse it off. I have had streaking with S0.03, even following the exact dilution. So just be mindful. It says let it dwell for an undisclosed amount of time and then rinse it off. Just be mindful with S0.03, but a highly dilutable product, but you can choose how you apply it. Protector wax. I think this is a really solid product. It's a tried and true. It's actually been a while since I've used it, so I was pleasantly surprised. I like the fact that you can just throw a bottle, you can throw a top on this and go. It gets a little expensive that way. So what I would do is take the recommended dilution at 1 to 2, and then you can double your bottle size here. And so that'll go much further. I prefer to spray this on and literally rinse it off and call it a day. If you want to foam it on, you certainly can. You do like, what did we say? Like 1.1 or 1.3 ounces in the foam cannon, and you'll spray it over the whole car. What's cool is like it has this like sizzling effect. I don't know if it picked up on camera. It has a sizzling effect, but either way, it's like fun to foam, but I think you'll get better longevity out of this if you apply it in a spray bottle and rinse it off, treat it like a traditional like wet coat product. Now, longevity, again, I'd say on average, these are probably gonna last you 5 to 6 weeks. They're not meant for long-term durable protection. That's what I've seen in the real world. All right, guys, I hope that was valuable to you. I hope you could see the differences. Let me know in the comments down below which one you'd prefer and that secret word to win these. And by the way, if you're watching this in 2 years in the future, I'm sorry, you don't have a chance to win, but I'd still love to hear your comment below. As the secret word, so again, remember, to win these bottles, you're gonna want to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and comment the secret word. We'll keep it simple, KCX. That's just short for KochChemie. So guys, again, I hope that was valuable for you. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments. And until next time, see y'all.